Good morning. I think I'm recording. Well, stayed overnight in the pub at Einasleigh rather than camping. I had the previous night I'd camped at Belly of Lagoons, and tree that I tied the hammock to, it broke in half in the middle of the night, so I didn't get much sleep that night. So I had a good night's sleep in a bed last night, which was very nice. And I'm going from Einasleigh to the Lind, Greenvale, just mosey I better get a wriggle on because it's Saturday. I think it's Friday today. I've got to cover around about 1,500 kilometres in the next 4 days, and I've been averaging about 220 kilometres a day, which is a little bit slow. So time to get a wriggle on and actually get moving. Anyway, I've come to this little river crossing, which is not a river crossing, it's a bridge. You can hear water rushing, blah blah blah. Very pretty. This road's a bit rutted, corrugated, and sandy in patches, so I'm glad I got a good night's sleep because I feel refreshed. No idea if there's crocodiles in here, although somebody was telling me the other day that there was a freshwater crocodile spotted in a river around here, so who knows. And just as a matter of interest, that bridge that I came across yesterday into Einasleigh, and that water crossing I did at Copperfield Gorge, that was all. That road it's still technically closed, but apparently the bridge was 2 metres underwater. So yeah, very high water level. This is very pretty. Oh, look at that, an eel. Unreal, said the eel. Fish. One of the very big ones, only about 8 inches long, but fish, there it is, there and there. Little brim. And some spotted thing. Get a bit deeper water, see if we can find bigger fish. There's fish down there. They're all the same size though. From about 3 inches long to about 8 inches long. Time to get moving. Can't nap around all day. There we go. Local bull. Carpentaria Downs cattle station. Red-tailed black cockatoos. Okie doke, this is Greenvale, where I was trying to come to 2 days ago, and the Burdekin River stopped me about 50 k's over there. Couldn't get through it, so 500 kilometre detour, and rather than being here Wednesday night, I'm here Friday morning. Now apparently this complete town was for sale a few years back, and a guy bought the whole lot for $1 million, sort of redeveloped it a little bit, and now apparently it's a thriving community. Take a little lap around it and see what happens. Oh, maybe we won't take a lap if they're at the dead end. Most of us, swimming pool, school, police station, houses. Yeah, interesting. Hard to believe the whole thing was for sale. Whatever he'd done, he brought it back to life. Apparently there's mining in the area, nickel and a few other resources, so the Greenvale Country Club. Well, there you go, there's Greenvale. I've got no idea whether you can buy properties freehold or lease them or what. Anyway, I better get a wriggle on. I've probably got about 400 k's to travel today, and I've covered 100 k's. That's 130, so yeah, dawdling as usual. Good morning, here we are. We're at west of Charters Towers, and rained just as I was coming into camp. Big heavy downpour, so I was soaked. Luckily I found this shelter at a roadside stop and set up my hammock in that, which was great, because it was 6:30, it was dark, and I was getting a bit, this is not going to be a fun night. But anyway, clocked up about 420 k's yesterday. Goal is 480 today, and which will get me halfway to Mount Moffat. Road train. Frogers. Hopefully you saw them. That'll be whistling kite above. Yeah, there's a bit of bird life. And not seeing any traffic for ages. A truck and a car. Woo! Emus running along. Fair way away. Don't know whether you could see them or not. I've seen one house in 224 kilometres. And one shed. Good morning, me again. Just thought I'd give you an update. I haven't touched base for a couple of days. Had to cover a bit of ground. Yesterday and the day before was really just covering miles. Like this morning at Mitchell it was 2.3 degrees or something, so I'm glad I was in a motel. Anyway, I used the motel, find all my warm weather gear, which I've got most of it on. I'm well rugged up. What a change in the country. You know, we got Mitchell that direction, St George that direction, Bolon that direction. I don't think they've had much rain here. And the lady last night at the motel was saying the farmers are doing it real tough. And I thought to myself as I was coming in, I thought, real tough? The bloody cattle trucks going everywhere with cows on them. But then you get to a place like this and you go, yeah, the farmers are doing it tough. They've missed out on the rain. There's obviously feral pigs and feral bloody goats eating the grass as well. Hence, a lot of the fences are, 8-foot tall ring lock fencing to keep them out. And I'm at the intersection of V-Gate Lane and Middle Road, and I call it that because two local families around here lived on a station in 1945 at the end of the
World War, they erected the V, a big tin V on their gate in celebration of the end of World War II. And yeah, they were pretty happy. World War II was over, so they put a big V for victory up, and there you have it. And I'm just going to take a bit of a left-hand turn. Yeah, I'll keep travelling. I haven't got much more to say, other than I'll try and keep you posted, and plenty of that's all I got to say. That's it. Can't think of anything else. Yeah, looking forward to that. Teneray, Big T, the Big Chook. Bye.
As you can see up ahead, there's an emu. We'll just see how fast he can run. Oh, there's lots of emus. Only little ones. I'll overtake them before they hurt themselves on the fence. Heap of goats. Oh, a little baby kid. Meh. Oh, some of the little babies are cute. Here we are at Dunkfield, where they have a school. This isn't where I want to go. Looking for a river crossing. And look, they've got tennis courts. We've got a Dunkfield golf course over there. Unreal. Well, I know there was a river crossing back up further, so might try that. River crossing, let's see whether we can... Piece of cake. I don't know what this river's called. Tartula, Belford, Avalon, Teeswater stations that way. Ashmont, Muckadilla, Roma, that way. No, I don't think Muckadilla and Roma are stations. Basically pretty uneventful, it's just dead straight. Cattle, gates, fences, one house that looked like it was unoccupied, although it had set up. It had water tanks and solar panels and was in good nick, but absolutely no tracks leading to and from the house. Grass, high grass all around the house, so yeah. Whatever, it had satellite dishes and all the rest of the stuff on the roof, but it just looked like no one was there. No one home. I suppose you'd only come out here when you're mustering cattle. Fairly rocky road. I've got to say, there's some well-fenced properties around here. Oh, look at the kangaroos over there, looking at me. I'm glad that the kangaroos are on that side of the fence. Hey, something exciting. It's a T intersection. Eldera Road, Surat, Strawn. This looks like a bit more travelled road than what I've been on. We're back in the river area of Begonia. Giveaway sign. So there you go. No water. That does look quite pretty down there. This is actually a little sports ground complex, playground, school. Begonia State School. Back on the bitumen for the last 74 kilometres to St George, And I think that's it for the day. Yay. Current temperature is 20 degrees. Boots on, socks on, long johns on, my dry star gear on underneath the pants. Then on the top, on my trunk, I've got a t-shirt, a thermal bloody merino wool thing that I take skiing, thermal liner for the jacket, dry star liner for the jacket, and then a jacket. And then around my neck I've got a little cravat that came with the helmet, which has stopped all of the drafts coming in and around my neck. And you can see my hands here, these my thermal liner, which has got a little thumb hole in it, so you can put that on, pull your gloves over, and it just holds everything together so you get no leaks around your wrists. So I am feeling very toasty warm today. And even this morning when I took off, it was like, well, it wasn't that cold, it was about 14 degrees, but it was still lovely. I've still got one more layer I can put on, and I've got some heavier gloves, so I should be right. I really like the hammock. I can improve the fly on the hammock better than what it currently is, so that's like a $40 improvement. If I stick with a hammock, I've always got to find at least 2 trees or a roadside shelter. That's the only downside. But the upside is, like, you don't have a mattress, and if I'm carting a mattress around at the moment. I don't know why, I don't even have a tent, but just in case. And I'll be able to get rid of that mattress and put in a sleeping bag, and get rid of the fly that I'm using at the moment, which takes up an awful large amount of space, and just go to something a little bit more lightweight. So, yeah, for minimal cost, I could improve the situation a little bit. Get some better ropes. You know, the ropes I got at the moment are 6mm nylon bloody rope, which doesn't need to be that strong because it's just being used to support the fly. And the mosquito net, so I just go down to a 2 or 3mm cord. That'll save some space. I might actually, for the first time in my life, buy some, get rid of my Birkenstocks and just buy foam thongs or foam flip-flops, just to save some space. I could probably save some space for the cooking setup I've got, but you know, that's going to cost quite a bit more money to go for